Doctor Who Minisode. It's another Doctor Who Minisode. We all love Doctor Who Minisodes. Here we go. Is that how I start these?
You always ask me, is that how you start them? But you're quite confident in your singing, so I think you know deep down.
Okay. Excuse me for wanting validation, okay?
I'm happy to validate it. That was a lovely song, and I enjoyed it.
Lawrence, we don't have time. We've got 4 minisodes to discuss.
Oh
okay?
my god. Too many minisodes, by the way.
We've got, what was it? I can't even remember the names of them. Bad Night, Good Night, First Night, Last Night, I think it was.
Left, Right, Good Night.
No. Okay, we don't have time. All right. Bad Night, Good Night. What do you think of these minisodes?
I like them. I think that we'll go through them one by one because obviously opinions vary. So.
Okay, so we start on the first one. It's by the way, these are all during Series 6. We forgot about them. All right,
yeah.
But they're here now. Okay, and also it's our last chance to do any Amy and Rory minisodes.
Look,
before...
the next episode that's on the main feed, they're gonna be dead. So just
yeah. So we got to do this now. This is our last chance to do them, basically. All right, so we have a little adventure on the TARDIS. They're basically all set while Amy and Rory are supposedly sleeping, and the Doctor's having little adventures, presumably with River Song, and he's had some part, and he's turned the Queen into a fish. Yeah, and there's a fly, which is a war general or something.
Yeah, so the phone's ringing, Amy answers it, and she's like, I love the conceit of this, because like you would immediately be like, well, hang on, okay, right, what Prince of Wales? Yeah. What Wales? Like, you could just be the Prince of the animal whales.
Yeah, the prince of the whales, the species. Yeah. Yes. All kinds of possible scenarios.
So, I really like that. I do think that's quite fun. The Queen's a fish. This is so stupid.
This first one, I think it really like it hooks you in with the nonsense stuff that Doctor Who does very well. Just the silly nature of it all. The fact that yes, the Queen's a fish. Amy kills a fly, which then later turns out to be a war chief or something. And the Doctor's just slow realization of that as he picks up the newspaper and he's like, what have you done?
Yeah.
So
I like the way that they always make the most of these as well. Like, you've got some fun comedy beats. Amy's like the Doctor's walking around flailing about as Matt Smith often does, and you've got Karen Gillan like frantically kind of ducking out the way of phone cable cords and stuff.
Yeah, it's good stuff. And then this first little mini episode wraps up with like the Doctor realizing that the fish isn't actually the Queen. He's got the wrong fish. And then he has only 3 hours to save the Commonwealth. Yeah. Rory comes in and asks him what happens in 3 hours. And the episode ends with him just saying, the pet shop's open.
Look, hilarious as it is, maybe we don't have time to discuss this in a minisode, right? A small still got legs segment, right? You could argue that the Commonwealth would perhaps be better served by someone purchasing a said fish.
Potentially, yeah. It could have done us all a favour, potentially.
So if anything, Doctor, you've actually just fucked all the countries in the Commonwealth, to be honest.
A bit of fun, though. Bit of silly, harmless fun, this first one, I think.
Bit of silly fun, indeed. I like it. It's a good laugh. These things always are, to be honest. They're always just silly, absurd nonsense stuff, but they're fun.
Brilliant. On to the next one.
Is that the transition? You've got to do that 3 more times.
Oh, God, I'm not sure now. What was this one called? Good Night. This was Good Night.
This was Good Night, yeah.
So Amy, again, is waiting for... Well, she's in the TARDIS waiting for the Doctor to come back from an adventure he's been having while she's been asleep.
He's tuxedoed up, looking fresh.
He's in all of these, by the way. He's tuxedoed up in all of these. He's wearing various tuxedos in all of these episodes. I forgot what he was doing though. What was he doing?
He's got a big trombone and he sonics it and he goes.
Oh, yes, he does. And Amy like sort of accosts him for guiltily trying to hide it, and then it wonders if anyone has ever done that successfully before.
Yeah, I don't think you can hide a trombone or whatever. Yeah. I like that he's supposedly like he kind of reels off a long list about all the stuff he's gotten up to, but one of the ones that I picked up on was that he wrote a book of the history of the entire universe, but all in jokes.
I would love to read that.
I would pay so much money to read this book. Even just a chapter of it, I feel like it would be incomprehensible.
What, like knock-knock jokes? Is there... you'd imagine it'd be a whole different kind of collection, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think there's some puns in there, there's some knock-knock jokes. There's
knock-knock, who's there? God.
Yeah. There might be some anti-jokes. There might
Maybe.
be like,
Maybe.
I don't know. I haven't got one off the top of my head. I'm not as funny as Stephen Moffat, all right?
No. So few of us are. Okay.
Yeah.
Few of us are.
Not as horny as well.
Okay. Right. This episode's like, we'll get to the horny stuff. Okay.
Believe me, we will.
But this little mini-sode is less funny. Amy's life doesn't make any sense. So... So these first two seem to be set around about the beginning of Series 6, really. So sometime after America, but before all the cum people showed up or whatever. So Amy's life doesn't make sense, and she's having a little bit of moment of crisis with the Doctor discussing there. I like that. That was a nice little moment of dealing with that sort of stuff.
I like it too. I like that they essentially the kind of main premise of it is they go through a story of this time that Amy bought an ice cream, but then she dropped the ice cream and she was upset. And then a funny woman dressed in a nightgown with red hair bought her an ice cream and was just like, "Fucking shut up, mate." Yeah,
yeah. Shut up, eat an ice cream, deal with it. All right.
No, but I like this as a general idea and a rule of thumb for the show. It's if anyone has any issues, if you're showing anyone Doctor Who for the first time and they go, "But the time travel doesn't make sense," show them this minisode where the Doctor goes like, "The time and space will never make sense." Fucking shut up.
Shut up and have an ice cream. All right?
Just enjoy it. Deal with it.
All right, that's basically what it's saying. And I like that. It's a good bit of fun. It's a nice bit of meta commentary, if you will.
It is. And I like that is this the one where he says he's off to the fairground and he wants to hold her hand?
Yes. Yeah. So they go off to the fairground and he says something like, "Do you like ghost trains? I get a little bit scared. So is it okay if I hold your hand?" Which is so cute.
We stand a consensual asking king. All right?
That's cute.
That's great stuff from him.
That's great stuff. Anyway, on to episode number 3. Watcha watcha.
I liked it. You committed to it, and that was great.
Okay, good. No Amy this time, but River Song is here. She's in Storm Cage.
She's traded up for the older model, you could say.
Cool.
Or the younger model,
that's her daughter, Lawrence.
Sorry, how uncouth of me.
Yes, so these two minisodes are set in the back half of... Well, presumably straight after Let's Kill Hitler. This one seems to be set. Yeah. Because it talks about like what happened there and how he gave her the diary and now she's in Storm Cage serving her time, basically.
He's wearing his white tux. He's changed into the James Bond look now.
Yeah, this one is called First Night, which is like River's first night in prison, and he comes and steals her away for an adventure. He tells her to get changed into a dress. He's got a dress picked out for her.
Yeah. I like that. It's cute. I will say, craziest flight sequence of the entire Moffat era, by the way, and it's in 360p in a minisode. Like,
the episode's not usually in 360p, all right?
Yeah, but make it available. That flight sequence looked fucking sick.
I think it's stolen from I think it's just footage from an episode. I think it's...
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's definitely from something. Yeah, I think. Okay. Yes, it's from... I'm pretty sure it's from the first of the Cum Saga.
Okay, you're gonna have to bleep that, and now everyone will never know, and you're gonna have to go listen to Still Got Legs because we definitely pointed it out. So you have to listen to all of those episodes.
I won't do that. No,
that's fair.
But yeah, so River, they're going off on an adventure. He's telling her about the diary to put everything into it, and then she goes off and gets changed into a dress. But once she does, another River shows up.
Is that in this one?
Faints. Yeah, because she shows up at the end and then it cuts a cliffhanger, isn't it?
Oh, yes, you're right, yes. So the River got shot at the end or something. And
she just like shows up.
It's a little hoodwinking. She's out on the trick.
Yeah,
I do like that we get the Moffat never beaten the horny allegations with the we got 10 minutes to get ready. We got 10 minutes. Go and get dressed. And she's like, "Oh, we should have sex instead."
she says that's so close. The Doctor says we got 10 minutes. Quickly go put your clothes on or something. And then she says, "Oh, that's so close to the perfect sentence."
These two,
which is good. They can't stop flirting. They're having fun.
I respect it, but my God, I could not be around these two.
It's a bit of fun. If
I was around these two, I'd have a water spray and I'd spray them.
Stop.
Yeah, constantly.
That's fair. Watcha, part 4.
Part 4. Last night, I was taking a walk along the river.
Ah, the river.
Bit of Mamma Mia for you there. You see what I said? I'll be honest, completely unintentional.
So yeah, you're just watching the fun little minisode. You're like, oh, this is fun. There's not going to be any sad consequences for this at all. And then they hit you. And then they're like, aha, the trick. That's what you thought.
I'll be honest. It's mostly 2 minutes of River Scooby Dooing the Doctor in different doors.
It's a bit of fun. Yeah, it's a bit of fun. River shows up, and then there's various shenanigans and consequences about like, who are you flirting with? It's you, but from another you. So don't worry about it. You know.
We do get some fun River Song things. She doesn't want to get teleported back because the teleport fucks with her hair and the natural frizz.
And the Doctor says your hair always looks like that.
Yeah.
As well, before sending it back. This is where things get a bit more horny as well. Yeah, the horny doll rouse up, which I'm okay with personally.
Oh look, these two are the best to do it.
Yeah,
these two invented flirting. So
and also, this is on a minisode on the DVD, so there's not many kids going to be finding this, you know?
No, they're not. Just perpetually horny adults.
Just horny perverts like me who'll go looking for it.
Loop it back. I need to hear Alex Kingston say "spank me" again. Loop it back.
And then another River shows up, a third River. Yeah. She's wearing the dress, the sleek little dress. And we find out why the episode is called Last Night.
Doesn't quite check out this, does it, in canon?
At the time it did. At the time this came out, this was intended to be that. However, with what we get, and I won't say much about this, but this still works within the context of what we get. Okay,
right. Okay.
There's a specific, something very specific that happens, and I'll point it out when we get to it. Okay, but this can still be canon. No retcons are needed. Okay.
Wow. All right.
Yes.
That's the talent. That's the talent of the moth, right
That's
there.
the talent of the moth right there. Okay?
He knows how to do it. He weaves them in.
He's done it again. All right. But yes, supposedly it's River's Last Night where the Doctor has taken her to the Singing Towers of Beryllium, which, again, we know, but still a little bit sad in the moment, really.
Yeah, I do think it's one of them things that unfortunately does get a little bit kneecapped by the fact that they have to explain what's going. Didn't we say that was the place where River dies, or the last night we spend with River before she dies? And it's like, yeah, we know. This is on the DVD extras for the Whovians. All right?
All right, we know, know. But I feel like you're right. It is on the DVD extras, but still, I feel like it was one line in an episode like 5 years ago at this point or something.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. You got to loop people in. Let them.
You can. It's all right to have a little reminder, and then of course it ends with the sad line of River going, "You'll be the death of me, Doctor," which is
my god.
Yeah,
so true. But all is forgiven for the emotional trauma I've suffered because I pictured Sontarans on a hen night, which is fun.
That is fun. Do you like these minisodes?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who else? Who the fuck else am I going to be talking to? It's just me and you here, man.
No, but the way you said it it felt like, do you like these minisodes? Well, you can listen to more of them, and they'll be on the blah, blah, blah.
No. I mean, the minisodes we just watched.
Oh, I see. Okay, there I am getting better with it. Yeah, I like them. Look, you'd be a weird guy not to like these, because they're so inoffensive and they're just silly.
They're just fun little moments. They're mostly set on the TARDIS and stuff, and just a good bit of like extra lore as well. And
I think they're all set on the TARDIS, apart from maybe Pond Life.
Yeah, Pond Life's a little bit different, but yeah, they are all mostly set on the TARDIS. Yeah.
Got to save on that budge.
You do. You got to save on that budge. Anyway, we're looking forward to next week when we have to cry a lot. So. Yeah,
so thanks for allowing us to get in this a little bit of goodness before, we get sad.
A last bit of Amy and Rory love. And we'll see River next week as well, so it's all combined in, I guess.
Oh, man. I'm so not ready.
Yeah,
I'm just going to be a wreck.
Subscribe or I'll eat the Queen.